In a small town, nestled between rolling hills and whispering rivers, lived a little girl named Anu. She was curious, wide-eyed, and saw magic in everything around her. A puddle after the rain, a story from a stranger, a song carried by the wind. Come, walk with Anu. Listen, feel, and remember, because every story begins with a curious heart.
The Firewood Adventure. The morning sun was bright and golden. Birds were singing on the wires above the lane. From the kitchen, Amma called out, Anu, Niro, we're running out of firewood. Go to Uncle Marshall's and bring 2 bundles, please. Anu looked at her brother and smiled. Every trip to Uncle Marshall's mountain was full of fun. Amma gave a few shiny coins to Niro. Keep this safe, she said. Niro nodded and slipped them carefully into his pocket. Then the 2 children waved goodbye and set off down the lane. Anu and Niro walked past neat little houses. The smell of breakfast drifted from kitchens. Smoke curled up into the blue sky. They passed children playing marbles, an old man reading his newspaper, and a dog sleeping in the sun. Then the houses ended, and the narrow dusty road began. Wild flowers grew on both sides, bright and cheerful. The sound of crickets filled the air. The real adventure had begun. Now the road climbed higher and higher. The air felt cooler and fresh. They walked between berry bushes and cashew trees. Tall rubber trees stood in rows, their trunks marked with white saplines. Anu breathed deeply. She loved this part of the walk, the quiet, green world where even the wind seemed to whisper secrets. She and Nero sometimes stopped to watch squirrels or pick wild guavas. The mountain always had little surprises waiting for them. Soon they reached a clearing. There stood Uncle Marshall, chopping wood as always. He was a big man with thick eyebrows, a curly mustache, and a deep, kind voice. His skin was dark and shiny from the sun. Ah, my little helpers, he called with a smile. Come to take all my firewood again, have you? Anu giggled. Only 2 bundles, Uncle. He laughed, the sound rolling through the trees like thunder. From the little hut behind him came Mala, Uncle Marshall's daughter. She was about 17, with long plaited hair and gentle eyes. Her face looked serious, as if she carried too many thoughts for her age. Long ago, Mala had joined a beauty contest in the village. People laughed at her dress and hair. Since that day, she stayed up here on the mountain, helping her father quietly. Anu whispered to Nero, she likes us. We are the only ones from the town she talks to. Uncle Marshall didn't seem to mind. She likes the peace up here, he once told them. Uncle Marshall tied 2 neat bundles of firewood. He lifted them easily and placed them before the children. Here you go, my little friends, he said kindly. Tell your mother I'll bring more next week. Then he picked a few bright red berries from a nearby bush. For the journey home, he said with a smile. Anu cupped her hands as he dropped the berries in. Thank you, Uncle Marshall, she said happily. They waved goodbye and started their walk back down the mountain.
Here you go, children. Tell your mother I'll bring more next week for the journey home.
Thank you, Uncle Mark. The firewood bundles were heavy. Before long, Niro puffed and said, "Let's rest a bit, Anu." They stopped under a big shady tree. Cool wind brushed their faces. The smell of mango flowers filled the air. They sat on a flat rock, munching on the berries. Sweet juice stained their fingers and lips. For a while, they just listened. Birds chirping, leaves rustling, and the faraway hum of the forest. Then Anu saw something shiny on the ground. "Look, rubber seeds," she cried. They began collecting the round brown seeds and rolling them down the slope, laughing. As they bounced and spun, soon their pockets were full. Then Nero found a tree with sticky white sap dripping down. "It's like jelly," he said, touching it gently. They forgot all about the firewood and the time, playing, laughing, and exploring everything around them. On their way back, a naughty dog came, running out of nowhere. It barked and chased them down the path. Nero shouted, "Run, Anu, run!" One bundle of firewood slipped loose, and sticks scattered everywhere. They hid behind a bush, hearts thumping fast, watching as the dog barked and sniffed around. After a while, it wandered off. The children crept out, gathered every stick, and tied the bundle tightly once more. Then they looked at each other, scared, tired, but giggling now that it was over. "That was the scariest part of the day," said Nero, the sun dipping low behind the mountain. When Anu and Nero reached home, the sky was orange and pink. Little bats flew in the air, and the first stars started to shine. Amma stood by the door, looking worried. "You two took the whole day. What happened?" Anu and Nero laughed as they told her everything. About Uncle Marshall's big laugh, Mala's quiet smile, the red berries they ate, and the funny dog that chased them. Amma laughed too. "Every adventure ends with a story," she said, gently brushing Anu's hair.
I was just about to come and find you. Oh, I'm so proud of you both.
And that brings us to the end, another chapter in the tale of Anu. But the journey doesn't end here. Join us soon for another thrilling story, right here on the channel.